Okay, so today we're going to be having a look at my Series 1 Rallye. I bought this Rallye in 2013. I had plans to restore it. The plan was always to keep it as mint and as standard as possible. As you can see, I have done bits to it over the years. It's been sat on a driveway for quite some time. As you can see, it's still got the original Peugeot Talbot Sport stripes. That's what originally drew my attention to these cars. If you have a look in the engine bay, I started painting it and rust curing it. I've got everything out. Unfortunately, some of it's come back, so that's even more work that I'm going to have to do. See, it's got lovely inner arches still though. I have got two brand new old stock ones to go in should they ever fail, but hopefully not. So I did do a bit of welding in here. Unfortunately, you can't really see it. Maybe that's a good thing. You can just see it there. It had just gone. So underneath at the back on the side I can't get to because the E28 is here, and that's strictly static at the moment. Unfortunately, that fuel line has rusted. So let's have a look inside. You can see, if we have a look, it's sporting a rather fancy Quicksilver seat. I have got, I think, 4 front seats in the Rallye cloth. And the back seat, as you can see, I took it all off to give it all a wash. There's various parts. There's a back bumper in there. I had to travel for that. I can't remember where I went. The driver's door, I actually went to Wales for. To be honest, when I started this, they were rare, because they've always been rare, but not as rare as they are now. And you could pick up parts quite cheap. I think you're looking at a good couple of £100 for a replacement steering wheel now, whereas I think I managed to get one for not very much. Interesting story, or I think it is the stereo, standard radio. I actually bought that before I got the car. I'd had my heart set on having a 106 Rallye project for quite some time. So I was around a boot for one day and I saw the original auto reverse, I think they're called, standard tape deck, and I was like, yes, I've got this, now I've got to find the car. The paint was always hazy and cracking on top. It always needed a respray. Hopefully I'll find some pictures to show you what it was like when I first got it. It actually failed its MOT when I first got it, but only a little bit on welding. I had that done by a good friend of mine. What have I done to it? So I've stripped down both of the rear arches. I don't think we're going to be able to see. And the underneath, and painted that in the Built Hamber epoxy mastic paint. I need to put a bit of stone chip on it, and yeah, could probably do with a new rear beam. It's starting to sag a bit, but again, it's not quite bolted up right. Yeah, as I say, it's a bit hard to show pictures of it because of the E28 here. It needs a replacement fuel line. That's rusted, so it's leaking out basically, and you can't get enough pressure up to start it. Apparently that can be fixed with 8mm domestic heating copper pipe, so we'll have a look at that and see what we can do. Okay, so the day before filming this, I did actually go and pick up a few parts that had been left on the driveway that had been getting wet. Let's have a look in this box. It's not very nice. You can see the master cylinder there, the fan, various connections. I think the alternator sitting over there, steering rack. It's all nasty. It's all got very rusty. It's my fault for not keeping on top of it, and ultimately what I've ended up with is a harder project. I was even quite good, I thought, at the time, trying to organise everything and putting all the nuts and bolts into a box, but as you can see, they've all been left to get very wet indeed, and yeah, they're going to take extra work now to clean up, so that's only my fault. Let's go and get that box out and we'll have a look at parts that I have got. I borrowed my dad's Epic bus to pick up the parts, powered by a 1.9 turbo XUD engine. I didn't want to take the E93, pick up the parts because the red leather interior, old car parts, it's not going to end well. So let's get these out Oh yeah, it doesn't have central lock-in. Well, I think it does, but it doesn't. But we'll get that box out. We'll have a look in it, see what we've got. I think we're going to have to sort it out and start trying to clean up these parts, make sure they work. And that'll be another video. It's just nasty. It's just nasty, nasty, nasty. Have we really got any hope of this alternator working ever again? Look at it. I've really kind of let myself down with this one and how I've treated it, but hopefully, we can clean up some of these bits, get them in paint, get them looking good again, and we'll be videoing it all. You'll be monitoring my progress. You'll be able to see what happens. Hopefully it makes it more exciting. The fact that I've been stupid and not looked after stuff might make for a more interesting YouTube video. We can only see. I don't think anyone can argue the fact that I've really created myself some work here. Let's have a look in this box. You can see I've got the exhaust manifold, part of the thermostat, random hoses, clips, rubbers. They're all going to need extra work. So yeah, hopefully there'll be some progress on this. The weather is getting warmer. As you can see, it's quite a bright day today. It's just difficult trying to do these projects without having a driveway or a lock-up. A lot of the parts for this were left in a box with a lid on let's say at my old house. However, that box blew off, and near enough every single part for this, not the engine, but every single part for this has ended up being absolutely soaked in water. So that's probably going to take me even longer to get it all sorted, but this is the start of it. Hopefully it will be something I can give you some progress on, and stay tuned to see more of it.